Hey anyone, I'm Hawk, and today I want to talk about Easy Red 2. At this point in the year of our Lord 2025, there's probably a million World War II shooters on the market. You've got your Call of Duties, your Medal of Honors, Brothers in Arms, and so on. But there's one shooter in particular that stands out above the rest for a few key reasons. That shooter is Easy Red 2. When you first boot up Easy Red 2, you see a list of campaigns. Within each campaign is a chain or two, or sometimes more, of missions that you can go through, and to unlock the next mission, you have to beat the mission before it. Each mission is pretty simple, and they play kind of like Battlefield, kind of. There's points you need to either hold or take, depending on who was doing what historically. And you can win as the side that lost historically if you want to, but I personally like playing things out as they went historically. What sets this game apart from the rest of its contemporaries is its attention to detail, though, and really just better gameplay in my opinion. Each of the campaigns you could fight through are real campaigns that actually happened, with real battles and engagements that went on during the war. Whatever units, divisions, weapons, vehicles, and equipment were used in real life for that engagement, that's what you get in-game. And the game covers everything from early war to late war and everything in between. The uniforms are also accurate, which is something that it's way more rare than it should be in World War II media. The devs didn't really have to go that far with it, but they did, and it's awesome. I thoroughly appreciate it. The biggest thing for me that makes this game so awesome is the fact that it lets you take part in a lot of campaigns that you've either never heard of or are never covered by anything. Games, movies, shows, nothing. In the US, we all know about at least one landing on the beaches of Normandy, but there were so many more happening that day, and a ton of nations involved in them. In Easy Red 2, you get to participate in those other landings, for instance. How many Americans are familiar with the Japanese invasions of Nanking or Shanghai? Ever hear of the Battle of Kos? Or the Battle of Kwajalein? From what I've seen, not many people know about these sides of the war. There's a million places and a million things that happened that most of us have just never heard of, and Easy Red 2 shines a bright and brilliant light on those events, and it's just a good jumping point to dive deeper into them if you want to. I know I personally didn't know about Kwajalein in particular before playing this game, but now I sure as hell do, and after playing through it, I went down a rabbit hole of documentaries and pages, reading and watching all that I could find on it. World War II was called a world war for a reason, and so goddamn many people all over this planet gave everything to stop some evil shit happening everywhere, not just in Europe. The devs of this game plan on adding new content in the future, too. Some for free, and some of it paid DLC, but it's all cheap as hell. They put it up to a vote, and it seems like most of the players, myself included, want more battles from lesser-known engagements, not just from World War II, but any time, any war. And the devs seem really open to expanding the scope of this gem. They said that they're actually more willing to make a campaign that takes place either in a lesser-known period or place, or lesser-known war even, because it allows for them to make new assets and actually keep, just making new stuff, instead of just throwing some of the same shit together in a different configuration and having a similar battle to all the other ones that they have in the game already. And this is all for the beautiful price of $9 for the base game. And each DLC is $6. Most of the DLCs are the better-known engagements, like Normandy, Stalingrad, and the Ardennes. If you like those engagements, because they're the popular ones, and you want them, you could buy them as DLC. Outside of the spotlight on history, the gameplay itself is just awesome. The visuals and sound design have improved a great deal since release, and the game itself is a vast improvement over Easy Red 1. I definitely recommend just checking out images from Easy Red 1 and then looking at this game, because it is wild how far they came. But the battles can get bloody and grim really, really fast. You could also play as a tanker or a pilot, and you could even be a squad leader giving out orders or, asking a radio man to call in artillery, and then you could jump to that radio man and actually put in the coordinates for the artillery strike. You better hope to Christ you aimed at the right spot and hit the right numbers, though, because holy hell, that shit can rain hard. You could even play as a medic, which is my personal favorite, reviving down soldiers, both friend and foe. You could heal enemy combatants that are still alive and asking for help on the ground. Sometimes enemies will even surrender. Sometimes your character may surrender unwillingly if you're surrounded and people are, they get the jump on you. Doesn't happen often, but it can happen. The game also has an inventory system where you have food for kind of topping off health. You have these wraps for healing after you get shot. You have limited and a realistically limited amount of ammo that you could scavenge from fallen comrades after you burn through what you got. And you could even take enemy weapons and their ammo off of the bodies. You have a max carry weight, so you can't just run into battle with like 5,000 rounds and like 100 grenades. You can't do it. It's very realistic in the equipment and stuff that you get. You could even take off your uniform and switch uniforms, or you could have your helmet get shot off and pick up a helmet from a fallen soldier around you. It's crazy. I've never seen this in another World War II game. There's times where, in terms of taking enemy equipment, I've even taken a German Panzerschreck in a desperate attempt to stop enemy armor that was hammering away at my guys. It's truly awesome how you could scavenge the battlefield in a moment of need and turn the tide with just a single action sometimes. The game lets you do more than any other World War II game that I've played, and you could do it entirely alone, fighting, AI NPCs, or you could do it online in PvP. PvP is personally not my thing, but if you want to do that, it's there, and the game seems to have a good community, too. But ultimately, this is a simulator. You can't just keep reloading at will, either, unless you have a rifle. A bolt-action rifle, you just put a new round in or whatever, you could top off your rounds. But if you have anything with a magazine, each magazine has set ammunition in each magazine. So if you go halfway through a mag and then change the magazine, you'll have the new mag in the gun, but the old mag will still be half empty until you basically get an ammo box, which regular soldiers carry, machine gunners carry ammo boxes, so you could drop them. There's a lot to the game. It's amazing in terms of gameplay. It doesn't have AAA visuals, but it still looks great. I think it's a great looking game. And I'll take a game that plays better over a game that looks better any day. In the end, Easy Red 2 is a game that shines a light on conflicts that shouldn't be forgotten, on groups of people that did incredible and crazy things and took part in the greatest undertaking our species has ever attempted. Most of these people are gone today, and very soon none of them will be left. Despite how inevitable that is, it still hurts me personally, because when they're all gone, who will carry the torch for them? Who will continue to tell their stories? Who will remember what they did? We literally cannot afford to forget these people and the things that they did and went through. Easy Red 2 may just be a stupid video game, yeah, but it's also a reminder of what these people did, and it's a damn good one at that. Thank you for listening. Stay safe.
Hey, thanks for watching.
Give us a like if you enjoyed it, and dislike it if you didn't.
Let us know what you think about the channel.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Tell your mom.